What's up, guys? I have got a very interesting tour for you. This is going to be the tour of an abandoned Bristol Channel Cutter. Now, I am a huge fan of Lyle Hess designs, and this is definitely a classic boat, and it's going to be very sad to see it in the state that it's in. However, could it be a diamond in the rough? Because these boats, depending on the condition, can sell from anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000. Now, this boat is definitely going to be dirt cheap in comparison because this project has been abandoned for a long time. Now, before we get to the tour, just wanted to quickly remind you guys, hit that subscribe button if you enjoy these videos. It certainly helps us a lot, and thank you in advance. Now, without further ado, let's get to the tour. So just a glance at the exterior of this boat, as you can tell, it's definitely a project. It's been abandoned here for a little while. Got some plants growing out the side. There is no bowsprit, I believe, so obviously it needs a new bowsprit. The woodwork on the outside is definitely pretty rough. Not sure that that is salvageable, so it's most likely going to need new woodwork as well, so new teak. Looking at the port side right here, bow. You gotta love the lines of this boat. It's just full keel. That's gonna just very nicely cut through the water. It's not gonna pound at all. Heavy displacement, classic cutter. Some more of that woodwork on the side right there. The bottom actually doesn't look too bad. I don't see any visible blisters. This is a fiberglass Bristol Channel Cutter. I know some of them were made out of wood. This one is fiberglass. Looking at the hull down here, the hull looks good to me. This is the side that's against the trees over here and plants. There's that full keel. There's the engine shaft right here. Your prop's gonna go right there, and then the rudder is actually transom hung, so it's gonna be hanging off the back. It's gonna mount down there and up here. But I do not believe there's a rudder to this boat either, so that's gonna be another project. All right, heading up the ladder. You know, as you can see, you know, this wood isn't in the best shape. I think that's kind of interesting. The screws are in really good shape, but the wood is rotting away around it. Okay, I'm standing on the stern, and you know, obviously not in the best shape. It's got lots of leaves, lots of dirt. It's been neglected for a long time. But looking past all that, one of the things I notice is, look at how wide these side decks are. Nice, safe, wide side decks. We've got high and safe wooden boards on the side, creating a high bulwark. There's going to be stanchions that come out of these bronze stanchion bases. Those are included with the boat, I believe. Those do exist. They're just not on the boat. But I mean, this is a Lyle Hess design boat. I mean, it's a very usable, workable deck for a smaller boat like this. Lots of good, safe, flat areas to walk. Bronze port lights. We've got a large opening hatch in the forward section. It's filled with stuff right now, but the head is going to be down there. Let's look at the bow. We've got what looks like some not very well done repairs on the bow. Looking aft, going aft. This is where the mast would go, and the mast is included. Most everything is bronze on these boats, so you got bronze port lights, bronze stanchion bases, bronze cleats. Another not so well done repair. This boat's kind of littered with not so well done repairs. For a 28-foot boat, this is definitely a large and usable cockpit. Not very protected from the elements, but you could always get a storm dodger or something like that. It's going to be tiller steered, so no helm station. Tiller is going to come out to right here, and you're going to steer it that way. Looks like we have one aft lazarette. Looking down below, we've got some stuff down there. Pretty big aft lazarette, and it does go around into the main cabin as well. We'll be able to see this lazarette from inside there, so let's go down below. Alrighty, what's inside this abandoned Bristol Channel Cutter? Let's find out. Alright guys, so I just got down here, and you know, it's definitely in rough shape, but it's not as bad as you know it looks from the outside. On the inside is a little bit better than the outside, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. The wood, as you guys can see, what's actually up there is in pretty good shape. You can kind of see what this boat used to be if you look past all of the stuff and, you know, the broken stuff. But let's take a look closer at everything. I'm going to walk forward a little bit. I'm going to turn aft. And there are the stairs that I just walked down. This board down there is actually broken, so you got to be really careful coming in. Otherwise, you're going to fall into the deep section of the bilge, which is down there. So, let's take a look at the aft section of this boat. And again, let's keep in mind that this is a dirt cheap, abandoned project boat, okay? But it is a classic design, so it might actually be worth it to renovate all this, to fix it all up. So what have we got here? This is going to be your gimbaled stove, okay, under all this stuff right here. So your gimbaled stove is right here. Looks like we've got some stowage behind it and some mold. Just a little bit of mold. Behind all that is actually one of the many berths in this boat. So this is going to be a quarter berth, okay, underneath all that. There's an outboard engine right there. Looks like there's some paper charts right there. That might be where some of the wood that came off the headliner went. Okay, and just to port of all that and aft of the stairs is going to be the engine compartment. Okay, no engine in there right now, but there is a shaft down there. Now obviously if this was Lynn and Larry Party's boat, which it's not, there wouldn't be an engine there either. All right, looking even aft of that engine compartment, that's going to be your cockpit lazarette, your cockpit locker. All right, looking more to port, we've got the rest of our galley. Obviously no countertop right now. This has been pretty stripped. But these bulkheads are tabbed into the hull. Looking forward to the galley, and on the port side we have a main settee right here, and then above that is going to be a pilot berth, is what it looks like to me right now. So we've kind of got, you know, a settee and a pilot berth on that side. Looking to starboard, we've got not a pilot berth. That looks to be a little bit too high for one, not enough space. So that looks to be just some stowage. And then we've got another settee right here, stowage right there, probably stowage underneath the settee as well. Let's walk forward. And this is, you know, one of the parts of the boat that's in better shape right here. So we've got the doors that close off the forward cabin, which, you know, for a small boat, it's not a bad forward cabin. So the forward cabin actually incorporates the head as well. So the head kind of hides away in this cabinet right here. We've got cabinets up there for more storage. There should be some kind of top on this. And then, unfortunately, we do have a lot of stuff in the forward cabin. It's going to be hard to really show you guys the size. but I do believe this is a double berth up here. Below the berth, there are some cabinets down there, so more storage. There's just, you know, storage everywhere in this boat. For such a small boat, it's got a lot. And then we've got a large opening hatch up there. Mast looks like it goes right here. So you do have to go around the mast to get to the forward section. And we've got a large opening hatch right here as well. Let's go ahead and lift this floorboard here, take a look at what's down below. And we've got our mast step. So it's going to be a keel step mast, and then it's an encapsulated keel, so not much bilge space up forward here. The ballast is actually going to be below this section right here. All right, looking aft. It's basically the whole boat, guys. It's the whole abandoned boat. All right, guys, I'm going to give you the full continuous below decks walkthrough pretty quickly in this one because it is a smaller boat. I do want to show you that I am about 5'11", almost 6 feet tall. And there is enough headroom in the main section of this boat for me with, you know, a couple inches to spare. But anyway, let's go ahead and do the full continuous below decks walkthrough, and I'm not even going to leave this spot. I'm going to show you the whole boat from right here. All right, guys, so we're looking at the forward cabin right there. Again, there's unfortunately lots of stuff in there, so it's hard to tell the size, but it does look to be a pretty cool little compact forward cabin with a head that's going to be hidden away right there, okay? And then looking up, I'm actually crouched right now. So standing up, turning aft, and looking to the port, we've got our main settee, pilot berth, galley, engine room. We've got our quarter berth, our gimbaled stove, and then finally, on the starboard side right here, we have another main settee with some stowage behind it. And that's it, guys. Okay, so what's there to say about this particular vessel? I mean, I think it's quite obvious this boat is in very, very, very bad shape, and it's a huge project. Anybody that decides to take this on should probably strip this boat down to a bare hull and rebuild it from there. So you basically have to ask yourself, if you're considering this boat, do you want to build a Lyle Hess Bristol Channel Cutter up from a bare hull? You know, it's not completely building the boat from scratch, but it's pretty close to that. So it's a massive project. Would it be worth it? I mean, it could be to a specific person. Before I go though, real quick, I just wanted to talk about the design of the Bristol Channel Cutter because this is still one of my favorite boats, even though this particular boat is in really, really bad shape. Now, if you're not familiar, the Bristol Channel Cutter is designed by Lyle Hess. He designed a lot of these types of boats. You know, he actually based the design on the Bristol Channel Cutter off of the Bristol Channel pilot cutters of the 1800s and the 1900s. So he based this particular boat off of an older boat that was very successful. So basically modified that and put it in a smaller package. So these boats are classic. They're just really, really good looking boats, and they're designed to go around the world, and they sail really well. Now, famously, Lynn and Larry Pardey actually sailed 2 of these boats around the world twice without engines in either one of them. It was, you know, a pretty cool testament to Lyle Hess Designs, and it basically proved that, you know, you don't need an engine to go cruising either. You just need a really good solid boat. Anyway, I think that's all for this one. The contact information for the owner of this boat is going to be in the description below in case you're interested in potentially purchasing it, as well as the current asking price. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed this one, please leave a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell if you want to know each and every time we drop a video. See you guys.
I've got it right and I got it wrong, but I learned my lesson hanging on. Come sit